Streaming. Live. DaveCast. What is that? Pixels. Man, my voice is not keeping up. My voice isn't. My voice is so scratchy and it gets me like really frustrated while I'm doing it. And I'm like the worst. I want to try to like have the best, do the best I can. We are on everything but Twitch so far. There goes Twitch. You gotta see how I sound. There goes Twitch. There goes Twitch. You see how I sound. I hate it, you guys. I hate it. I get so nervous now that I'm doing it live. But you got to do it. I'm trying to get on YouTube and at least put my videos of it on YouTube, going live. I don't know where I'm going to end up with that. I've been streaming and stuff like video games. So if like more people start to watch me on there, I can get affiliated and they can pay me a little bit of money. It won't be like ninja money or shit like that. But it'll be a little something just to play video games. You can't be mad at that, right? Not at all. I had the thing up here a minute ago. I don't know if I'm going to read the chat while I'm streaming now. So I'm actually going to lower that down. While I'm doing the podcast, I don't want any of that on there. But anyway, here we go. It is Monday, October 21st. It is episode 67 of the DaveCast. The craziest part about it is I put it on Instagram today, but I went on SoundCloud and I had 6,700 listens exactly. And today is episode 67. So I did a little post about it, just kind of like motivating, blah, blah, blah. But that's cool, right? Like, I'm averaging like 100 listens an episode. I know I talked about it last episode. I talk about every episode because the listens are huge, and it's all because of you guys, and I thank you all so much. I really do appreciate it. You guys have no idea. Like I always say, if it wasn't for that, I'd be sitting here just talking to myself. I should have moved Bailey to the couch right there so people on the stream can see her. But if you're not watching, you're listening to the audio version of this, that's cool, but just know that I am streaming again, and I know I don't really put out any hey, Dave's going to be streaming this day or that day. And I'm working on that. I don't know how to really announce it. Maybe try to do this at an exact time. You know, maybe people can be like, oh, Dave will be going live at 10 o'clock on Monday mornings. Obviously, it's almost 11 now, so I didn't even get going on time at all. But today's Monday. It is the rant and rave. I did a couple little notes just to try to keep me on track. But you know, me, I just like to bounce all over and talk about whatever. So today I woke up good. I had a good start to the day. It is a rainy, shitty day outside. If you live in the Grand Forks area, or I don't know, like, I didn't really talk to my dad lately. If I talk to my old man, he'll usually fill me in on the Vikings, the Twins, and the weather. And, I haven't talked to him too much lately. Maybe that means I got to give him a call, give Dad a call here soon, check in with him. But the rain, all the fucking, then we got this wet ass snow. People are talking right now, and I want to shout out to you guys and ask you guys if anybody out there knows, like, are we have a chance? I keep hearing that there's a chance that there's going to be a big, bad, nasty flood again. Like the 97 flood we had here in Grand Forks, and it like all of downtown was underwater. There was fires. I don't know if any, I mean, if you guys are in Grand Forks, you obviously remember it. If you don't live in Grand Forks or the area, then sorry, you know, try to talk about some local stuff a little bit. I know a lot of my listeners are from the area, but I have some listeners out there in other places, California. I don't know, on SoundCloud it'll tell me where people listen from, and like there's a whole bunch of other countries that listen, so I don't know if that's like a bot or what it is, trying to listen to my podcast. I don't care, dude. This is a podcast for bots, for real. Just playing. Trying to be goofy. I don't know if you guys heard on last podcast, I was super nervous. And I'm nervous right now because I'm live and I know people are watching me right now because I've seen the viewers going up a second ago. And I get nervous, but if you're here watching me live, thank you. I'm trying my best if you're listening audio. Sorry, my throat. Dealing with it still, man. I just need to maybe just shut up for a few days and just not talk and give my my instrument some rest. I don't know. I maybe need to just gargle, like, is it not salt water? I think salt water is more for, I guess, sore throat. But I think I need to, like, get some lemon water or something, right? That's what I hear. For good for the vocal cords. Once again, if you're out there, like I know my buddy Brandon, he worked for the city, moved down to is he in Lexington, Kentucky, bro? Shout out to Brandon. Hope you guys are doing good down there. Hope you listen to my podcast, bro. It's okay if you don't. I've been trying to get on some games with him lately. But he used to fill me in all the time on how the city's dike system works and how the water gets moved to all these coulees around the city. And I had no idea about that stuff, and it's pretty cool. So all I've heard now is like we might be in like it's if okay, so all the moisture we have right now, because it's nonstop rain all summer. We got this rain, the snow now that melted. More rain today. It was raining. It started raining last night and into today, and it is so fucking gross outside. It is bad. So what I hear is that the ground's gonna freeze, and all this moisture is gonna freeze in the ground, and then we'll probably get a bunch of snow, right? And come springtime, when all that snow melts and thaws and the ground thaws, the ground's gonna still be wet, and that water and that snow, the water from all that snow we get over the winter has nowhere to go, and we are in for some flooding. Hopefully, like our dike system's good enough, or hopefully some of this stuff goes away before everything freezes up. I'm not sure. Not an expert on any of that stuff, but that's just what I hear is going on. So, feel so bad for the farmers, especially the beet farmers right now. I drove sugar beet truck a few years ago now for a farmer out in Thompson named Weber Farms. Paid me really good. You get paid real good. You get put in a lot of hours, and you just go out and you drive this beat truck. And mine was like an automatic, but it's not like an automatic. Like you got to use the clutch to take off in first. When the thing is loaded up, like it's driving it around. It's not like driving a normal car. Trust me. And then you got to get it, drive it into the into the piler where they pile all the beets up. You drive it into this big thing with conveyor belts all over it, and you lift your bucket and start filling it up. Or you dump them into this thing that grabs them all and then shoots them over, and then siphons all the dirt and shit that's in them out. And then then you drive back up to the machine again, and then dumps the dirt in your truck. And then you drive off back to the field again where you dump your dirt, and then get back under the harvester and get more beets in it. And I did that a whole bunch. I think I did it for almost 3 or 4 years, for a few weeks here and there. It usually lasts only a couple weeks, but like when it rains and it's gross like this, it's been going on for like over a month now, maybe. No, not a month yet. I think it started at the beginning of October. So they've hardly got any beets out of the ground, and it's like 2 weeks into harvest already. And normally they're done by now if it's not this wet. So I'm talking about beet harvest and shit. I mean, it is what it is. Welcome to the DaveCast. I'm going to drink water. Been off my caffeine again. Only water. I did have a vodka Red Bull on. I think it was Friday night. A couple vodka Red Bulls to kind of celebrate making it a whole week without caffeine and drinking water only. Being healthier for me. And I just was going crazy with caffeine and didn't need it or whatever. Because of, I'm just like down, and you're sad if you're depressed. You're struggling, you're just anything, and you feel like I need something to boost me up. And caffeine can usually boost you up, but if you really are struggling with like depression, or you're really down or really tired, caffeine is just, and you do it all the time, it's not going to be as effective. So when I do it every once in a while now, like if I do it like for a long car ride or for whatever reason, just do it that one time, then take that, and then keep not doing it until you need it again. I know you can make excuses to need your caffeine every day and get up and have to drink your cup of coffee, but not me. I'm not gonna do it. I don't want it anymore. Hey, what? Crazy neighbors. I'm in the middle of a podcast. Can you guys give me like 15 minutes? Yeah. I'm live right now. You guys want to? You can take Bailey. I don't know. She'll probably get all muddy though. Yeah, it's rainy. I gotta have a video of us in the cage. All right. Well, come back in like 15. What's up?
What's going on, man?
Nothing. I'm live right now.
That's awesome. How's the cast going?
Good.
Nice.
My neighbor Andrew.
Hey, everybody.
I don't even know who's watching. I don't even know if anybody's even watching right now.
Could be somebody,
There might be. What's up?
Not much. Not much. Just gonna kind of borrow that for a minute and I'll be back.
No worries, dude.
I was crying up a storm last night.
You're
I
alright.
was crying up a storm last night.
Cramp storm.
You literally had to hug me last night.
Why? Were you scared of the rain?
No, I had nightmares about my father every night.
Don't be crazy right now. I'm live. Don't get over your crazy nonsense.
No, I literally have.
You can be on my
thoughts
podcast
about
one
my
day and
dad.
tell your crazy stories.
Alright.
No, it's just my dad.
I'm sorry to hear
It's
that.
fine. It's alright.
I'll hit you up when I'm done.
Alright. It's so far, so he's done.
Anyway.
Hey, Billy, come over.
Does she want to? She can if she wants.
It's Father and Junior.
All right. These are my crazy neighbors. They're good people. They come over and hang out with me all the time. But it can be distracting, obviously. They have a little dog named Junior. Little brown dog that hates my guts for some reason. I don't know. They think it's somebody with a beard did him wrong or something because he will not warm up to me. I try to give him treats. I'm so nice to this dog. You guys know me. I love dogs. And he hates my guts. Growls at me. He's a little jerk. So it's funny. What was I doing? I was going into something before that. I got distracted. All the rain sucks, and it sucks for the farmers trying to get the beets out. So, huge shout out. And that made me think Casey, my buddy Casey, shout out to Casey. He had a Snapchat today of one of the semi trucks getting stuck. And when you guys go, like, you got to see what they do. They, like, hook up the big ass tractor to your trucks, and they'll pull you around the field. And, what are you guys doing? Just hanging out there? Crazy. They're trying to get Bailey in the door outside or something. I said on the last podcast I have to have neck surgery November 8th, and my scratchy throat's driving me crazy. Sorry, guys. You got to work through the distractions, right? They can't throw you off. Not me, though. Neck surgery November 18th. How do I feel about it? I don't know. If it takes away all this crazy pain and relieves some of that, and I can kind of go back to my normal life again, and kind of get me kick-started in that direction, you know? I'm trying to get rid of the physical pain, the mental health stuff I'm working on too, slowly but surely. I really just want the physical pain to be gone. Like, I can't, I have no strength in my left arm at all. People need help moving things or doing things, and I can't even do that anymore, and it kind of sucks, you know? But it is what it is, you know? I put myself through so much fucking stress and on my neck and all that stuff with jiu-jitsu and fighting, and it's just, you live a life of a warrior, and just, for those of you out there that are into fighting still, or into like any sort of crazy contact sport, any sort of high, you know, just even working out, right, it can be rough on the body. Just know, like, when you get older, it's gonna suck, and I'm only 37 and it already sucks. But hopefully they go in and they're going to fuse up a couple vertebrae, and it'll relieve a lot of my issues. My doc did say that I had, what the hell was it now? I'm not going to be able to think of it. It's just going to be a chronic slight nerve pain in my arm and shoulder, probably for the rest of my life. I forgot. It started with an R. Now I don't remember it. I probably wrote it down on last week's, but I'm not trying to flip through all that. So more distractions or whatever, but gonna get the neck fixed, and I'm gonna keep you guys updated on all that, and we'll keep her going. A couple people want to be on the podcast. I'm excited for these guests, and hopefully I can get them on here pretty soon, and try to get you guys some sort of different content. I don't know if I'll go live with them. My camera setup is kind of weird. My mic setup is still a little fucking weird. It's just, I sit here and I mess with it, and I try to get it to work, to get two microphones to record off of the one Audacity program, and you need another program running to control both of those mics to be put into that program. And if you're out there and you're good at audio, I need like an audio engineer, video engineer, anybody want to help me out. I can't pay you shit, but if you want to be a part of it, and I'll give you a shout out on here. I don't know, something going on. There's somebody chatting. I see a chat. No, I don't. No, maybe not. I don't want to read it. It's going to distract me. So those of you guys that are listening, audio only, sorry if you're not watching, and I don't know. I'm not really talking or doing anything that you need to really see anyway. You can see my crazy facial expressions and my receding hairline on this side because I comb over to the one side. Like, my hair is at this point where I don't, you know what I mean? My receding hairline stopped right where it's at. And I think Head and Shoulders for that. I started using Head and Shoulders, and seriously, it's helped. So I don't know. After the next surgery, when I'm all done, I think with this surgery, it's going to take a lot longer to recover. They're going to go in from the front and the front right side, move your esophagus out of the way and pull everything to the side, and then they get a better. She said that's the best view they can get. They'll go in and screw in these little plates that hold everything together, put some spacers in between my vertebrae. I don't know the exact name of the procedure. It was a huge name, and I don't know. But afterwards, it's going to take me a while to get back at it. I do plan on going back to PS Industries, and I'm not sure what they'll have me do. Probably just help out with the robot. No physical shit, obviously, and I don't want to do physical stuff. Last time I jumped into physical stuff, and it hurt me again, and I am not doing that again. Very, very valuable lesson learned after surgery. Take it the fuck easy, for a long time. I made it like 8 months and was like, I can still do shit, and I should have waited. Should have waited at least a year before I live roll. Should have been in stretching and doing other stuff, and maybe more yoga. I went to a yoga class last night, and it was a slow flow where it was mostly like stretching, and you don't really hold any hard poses or anything like that. Well, some of these poses are pretty tough, and it was more the stretch than like strength needing to hold the pose or anything like that. I have good core strength from jiu-jitsu. I'm also very flexible because of jiu-jitsu in certain ways. There are other ways where I'm not that flexible at all, and it's like I need to work on that. Like my foot flexibility, like bending the foot back this way, like anybody bend their foot out, but bending it back. Like I had a strap over it and pulled down and could barely get it to bend back. And I was looking around, and there was other, like the instructor, other females in the room, like they could bend their foot back so far. I'm like, man, I wonder if that would help in any sort of like footwork for fighting, running and stuff. I'm sure foot flexibility helps for sure. But shout out to Lotus Yoga. Those lemon blueberry bars were so good. I only had one, I promise. I didn't have 3. I only had 1. I should have only had 1. My stomach felt pretty funky after eating 3. But delicious, so good. But the place it's awesome. It's clean. We got hot and sweaty last night. It is hot yoga. Lotus Yoga, check them out in Grand Forks. Not a sponsor, but check them out. I don't care where you do yoga at. You guys should get out and try yoga. It's last night I didn't get to clear my mind as much as I wanted to during yoga, but I got out of my head for a little while and a couple different times. I was more worried about thinking about the flexibility and some of the poses and stuff. I'm definitely gonna go back. Definitely gonna do some more yoga. I think the heat is probably good for my neck and stuff, and then it's all stretches, and I'm not gonna do any of the advanced, hard, crazy crap. But it's not. It's all about your flexibility, and the heat really is anything. The heat can get to you where if you do a harder class, that heat is like mental toughness too. So do hot yoga, you guys. Give it a shot. Give it a try. Shout out to Lotus Yoga. Went there last night. It's my second class there now, and I really do like it. The instructors are all so sweet and so awesome, and it is a great atmosphere. So I'm going to end on this streaming. Right now I'm streaming. I am live on YouTube, Mixer, and Twitch. They're all streaming platforms where you can go on them. Twitch and Mixer are more for gaming, obviously, but they do have spots for talk shows and podcasts like this. And they also have, YouTube obviously is more for everything and anything. They have gaming as well, but I think YouTube is actually more people doing their putting their product out there, how to do it videos, entertainment, comedy, you name it's on YouTube, right? So I'm trying to get on YouTube. I'm trying to put these recordings up afterwards, like post them as just a video, and you guys can go watch it if you want. You can just watch my podcast instead of just listening to it audio wise. So I also sit and play video games, and there's a little box, and you can see me while I play, and you can chat with me and everything else. So for those of you guys that aren't really into that stuff or into video games, it's kind of giving you guys an idea of what it is. You don't have to be into the video games. You can just be into me, and you can come say hi to me. You come check me out. So thank you guys for listening to the podcast. I do appreciate it. Every listen, 6,700 listens, you guys. That's huge for me. I know it ain't like millions like some other people get, and I don't care. Each and every one of you guys are listening to this right now. I appreciate you. I really do. And give me some shout outs. Shout outs, like, share everything on face. I'm not on Facebook, so I need your guys' help on Facebook. I'm not going back on there. I think it's toxic. I don't know. I think it's terrible. So please, you guys, like, share, comment. In the next couple days, I'll get the Instagram post out for fan questions for Thursday's podcast. So see you guys on Thursday. Dave's podcast 1@gmail.com. I'm Funny Welder on everything else, and I think I'm just Dave Helmbrecht on YouTube. So check it out. Love you guys. Thank you so much for listening. That's all I got. So later.